Mark Rowles, who is the head of marketing out at Betway SA, just to give us some insights and reflections on what this season has looked like from his point of view. Let's please give him a round of applause. He's the man with the money. Louder. Thanks. Yes, you can. Would you like a stand?
Is that working? That is working. I had notes, but then today I was giving all of these wonderful participants tips on don't read your speech. So I've got a couple of talking points here, but I'm going to try and ad-lib it as best possible. I think a lot has already been said. Firstly, thank you to everybody for coming tonight. We really appreciate your attendance. I'm going to start with the participants. A genuine, heartfelt thank you for everything you have all put into this program. Without you, this is absolutely nothing. And I think Ashley mentioned it earlier, this is really the beginning. You have Betway's commitment, my commitment, Forward Zone's commitment. You have our numbers, you have our email addresses. Don't send too many proposals. Thanks for that note for Siwe. But seriously, we're here to help. And I think the proof of this concept, and I think Lucas is here, Sipiwe is here from round one, from season one of the Betway 12th Man a couple of years ago. And the proof is only really going to come out in a couple of years to come. Hopefully weeks, months, and years to come. But I really want to thank you all for putting what you put into this in your personal capacities in. It's a fairly daunting thing, I'm sure, to take that first phone call and say, okay, this is something, sounds interesting. Do I have that kind of time? Do I have that kind of headspace? Somebody mentioned it earlier. If somebody phoned me and said, yeah, we're going to put you through a whole bunch of classes, and so sorry, I'm busy that week. So I appreciate the effort that went into it, and a heartfelt thank you to you all. Round of applause, please, for the participants of Series 2. On the theme of thank yous, sure, I'm the money man, thanks for Siwe again. But I'm the very privileged clown who gets to stand up in my only suit here and do the speech. But the people who really put the work in here are the team from Forward Zone. I want to call out Ash, Seth, Jess, the rest of the Forward Zone team. You guys have really, really, really brought this thing to life. The quality of the speakers, the engagement you've driven with all of the participants. Betway is the name on the board, and that's lovely, and we are really, really proud to be involved. But a huge thank you to the Forward Zone team. I think without you and your efforts, this is nowhere near as good as it has been. So Ash and team, thank you so much. Genuinely appreciate your efforts. On the same note, I'm going to thank my team. We've got Jason, CS, Lingolo, Phil in the room with us tonight, the Playmakers PR team. It certainly does take a village. Not calling you an idiot, Jace, I saw that look. But these are the guys and girls who really put in the hard graft, make sure that things are put together properly, make sure Forward Zone sticks to the budget every now and then. But jokes aside, like, they really, really are passionate about what this program is and what this program can become. So a thank you to my team as well, the team from Betway. Really appreciate your efforts. What hasn't been said already? I appreciate all of the kind words, and it is a responsibility we as Betway take really seriously. So it's wonderful, and it is a privilege to be able to sponsor things like the Betway Premiership, the Betway SA20, the Betway Summer Cup, throwing our name around all over the place. A small team called the Springboks. It's an unbelievable journey we're on here. We're at the epicenter of what feels like such an unbelievably powerful time in South African sport. And that came through today. So this is where I'm throwing the speech out. So apologies if I stumble around a bit here, but I really want to reference, for everybody's benefit in the room, the power of what I saw presented today in the innovation series. And every single person, bar none today, blew me away. I didn't actually know what I was expecting out of the sessions today, but the passion with which everybody spoke was unbelievable. The thought that had gone into the presentations and the ideas was brilliant. And for me, one of the standout things was how powerful sport is in South Africa. We are competitive as human beings and as South Africans. I think we can all agree, probably more so than most, if not all, other countries in the world. Regardless of your sporting code, regardless of your background, we want to win. We want to be winners. And the stories in the room were unbelievable. And I think some of the takeaways for almost everyone was, I hope you all believe in and tap into the power of your personal brands and your personal stories, because your stories are unbelievable. And you might feel like maybe your sport's not in the big three, but that doesn't mean that it's not relevant, and that doesn't mean that it doesn't have power. So if there's one thing I'm going to ask you to take away, is to keep believing in yourselves and the power of your own stories and what you've created. Your names wouldn't have come up on this list if you weren't very impressive human beings on the field and now certainly off the field. So really, please keep believing in yourselves, keep telling your stories, and use that to open up doors, to network, to bash down doors if you have to. I think the ideas were really powerful, and again, I want to compliment all of you for the effort you put in. As South Africans, we want and we need heroes, and you are them. You are they. What's the word? Sorry. Them, they, us, we. We love stories of South African success. And I think, again, you all have your own story. So please, just believe in that. Then the one feeling that I wrote down when I was in the room was one of extreme pride. Pride in what Betway is able to facilitate here, what myself as a human being, to be in the room with all of you, to hear those ideas, to hear the passion with which you spoke, to just be proud of this country and to be proud of the opportunities here. And the key thing there, which it came up in a lot of the presentations, almost everybody, the first default thought was, I want to give back. I want to take what I've learned and I want to pass it on to others. I want to improve things for the next generation. That came up in almost every single presentation. And the power in that is unbelievable. It really, really is a heartfelt thank you to all of you. And again, take those ideas and run with them. We are here for the journey. There's going to be some winners announced just now, but every single person, there is validity in your idea, in your business, in your opportunities, and in your communities. So again, just a huge thank you, and please, let's all run with those stories. And my last comment that I want to make is around leadership. It was slide 2 of all of the presentations today, and I know it's a theme that's been sort of drummed into you throughout the course. But you are all leaders in your own right already. And again, I think a lot of the empowerment stories and the learning that you all referenced, it's going to turn you into great leaders. It's going to turn you into better leaders if you are already leaders in your space. So please, I know I'm talking very much to the people at the 2 tables in front of me as opposed necessarily to the rest of the room, but I think that's where the power of this is. The ripple effect all of you are going to cause through your communities, through your networks, is really where the power is in this project and in this campaign. So please keep running with that. Stay in touch. We're going to be facilitating regroups. The community you guys have created as individuals that has turned into a group who I think I can say very confidently are now all friends. There's been great banter, there's been laughter, there's been smiles. I think you've all been on learning journeys. But from the group that I met on day 1, who were all fairly awkward and not really sure where this was going, to the group that presented today and are sitting in front of me today, the growth has just been unbelievable to witness. So let this be the start of that journey. As Ash said, I think it really is just the beginning. So a heartfelt thank you to all of you. You make this program what it is, and please continue doing what you're doing. Thanks.